There was one seat left, and Lenny got on the plane.
06 runway 19, clear for takeoff.
2:59 p.m. The weather on that sunny afternoon was perfect, with a visibility of 15 miles, as the plane pushed away from the gate and taxied to runway 32 right.
Those are at 14, confirm heading 170, clear for takeoff.
3:02 p.m.
Those are at 14, confirm heading 170, clear for takeoff.
3:02 p.m. Flight 191 was Flight 191 was cleared for takeoff and began.
A tremendous amount of impact force as well as fire damage before it becomes useless.
But could they have survived an impact of this magnitude? Until they find the black boxes, the NTSB experts must start at the very beginning. Weather conditions were perfect for flying, and air traffic control report no obvious outside interference, such as another plane or a collision with a flock of birds. But one thing is immediately clear. Halfway down the runway, they find the remains of Engine 1. It must have detached from the wing during takeoff. The question is, why? The investigators hope to find the answer among the debris, scattered over hundreds of meters.
There may be some very small or individual components that would give you the actual cause of what happened. And it's referred to as the golden nugget.
It's vital to understand why the engine fell off, and fast. If the DC-10 has a design fault, the consequences for aviation will be huge. Nearly 300 DC-10s carry almost 150,000 passengers worldwide every day. Are they all at risk? The pressing question is, did the loss of the engine alone cause the crash? Or was it part of a catastrophic sequence of events? They hope that the answers will be stored in the black boxes, but to their frustration, they still have not been found. And the team struggles to identify anything meaningful amongst the wreckage. While the search continues, the team turns to eyewitnesses, and their luck changes. They uncover an extraordinary piece of evidence. An amateur photographer at O'Hare Airport captured the final moments of Flight 191. Photo shows smoke or vapor trailing from the left wing. Was there a fire on board? The evidence from one key eyewitness suggests an explosion.
My name is Edward Rucker.
Air traffic controller Ed Rucker is one of the first to be interviewed.
Administration. I saw a flash from the left wing. I told my supervisor there was an explosion.
Could the downing of Flight 191 be the result of sabotage or a terrorist attack?
The plane completed its takeoff, and then
as the investigators gather more eyewitness accounts, it becomes clear that a bomb is not responsible. The testimonies of 60 people point to one stunning moment. During takeoff, they all saw Engine 1 swing forward, then flip up and over the top of the wing. It's a shocking revelation that points towards structural failure. If true, it could potentially affect every DC-10 in the air. This would be the airline industry's worst nightmare. Experts from the National Transportation Safety Board investigates America's worst single-plane accident. They know that Flight 191 lost an engine at breakthrough their air traffic control.
On our way.
What they hear is routine until 1 second before takeoff,
Rotate.
when suddenly co-pilot Dillard utters a single word.
Damn.
Then the tape goes silent. And manage to salvage almost all the data. Only a few seconds. Engine and pylon fall off, and the slats retract. Calculating the exact effect on the aerodynamics, the team recreate 191's flight in a simulator. 70 takeoffs are simulated with exactly the same catastrophic loss of engine and slat retraction. 13 pilots try to correct the plane, following the emergency instructions. Not one manages to save the aircraft. It's a shocking revelation. The training manual is wrong. The investigators conclude that reducing speed when the slats are retracted is the worst thing a pilot can do. It guarantees that the plane will stall in mid-air. This is exactly what happened to Flight 191. Captain Lux and co-pilot Dillard are not to blame. The news comes as a relief to Walter Lux's son, Michael.
It just gave him a little vindication that he was doing everything like any other senior captain would do in that terrible situation.
But even with the flaws in the emergency procedures, the investigators know that there was one instrument which should still have been able to save Flight 191. NTSB agents are conducting a painstaking investigation to discover what downed American Airlines Flight 191. They know that in coffin. Every time the DC-10 takes off and lands over the next 8 weeks, the crack gets worse. 1 minute and 19 seconds to disaster. 191 starts its takeoff roll. During the roll, the cracked flange on the pylon fails. The pylon is now only supported by the front bolts. As the nose lifts for takeoff, the pylon rips away from the forward mount, up and over the left wing, taking 1 meter of the leading edge with it. This breaches the hydraulic systems and cuts off the electrical supply to vital cockpit instruments, including the stick shaker. 32 seconds to disaster. The pilots know that they have lost power from engine 1, but they can't see that they have lost the engine itself and part of the wing. Nobody on the plane survives. Boeing.
What are the odds of surviving a crash?